Stop shrinking yourself to keep others comfortable. Stop calling silence kindness. Stop confusing fear with being a good person. Kindness was never meant to erase your voice. It was never meant to make you invisible. It was never meant to teach you to tolerate disrespect. Many people believe they are kind, but what they are really doing is avoiding discomfort. They stay quiet when something hurts. They smile when something feels wrong. They agree when their heart is screaming no. They call this peace. But inside there is tension. Inside there is exhaustion. Inside there is a quiet ache that never goes away. Real peace feels light. Fear-based silence feels heavy. When you stay silent to keep people happy, you slowly abandon yourself. You teach others how to treat you. You show them what you will tolerate. You show them how much access they have to your time, energy, and emotions. And over time, this creates resentment, confusion, and emotional fatigue. You were taught to be agreeable. You were praised for being patient, forgiving, flexible, and understanding. You learned that being loved meant being easy to manage. So you adapted. You softened your truth. You swallowed your discomfort, but silence is not strength. And tolerance is not always maturity. Strength is honesty. Strength is clarity. Strength is having the courage to say, "This doesn't feel right for me." You don't have to shout to be strong. You don't have to argue to be powerful. Sometimes strength is simply a calm sentence spoken with a trembling voice. Your feelings are not a burden. Your boundaries are not an attack. Your needs are not selfish. They are signals guiding you towards self-respect. The difference between kindness and self-betrayal: kindness includes truth. Kindness includes respect, especially for yourself. Kindness does not require you to disappear. If you constantly say yes when you mean no, you are not being kind. You are training yourself to ignore your own limits. Every time you silence your discomfort, your nervous system remembers. Your body holds the tension even when your words stay polite. This shows up as fatigue, irritability, anxiety, and emotional numbness. Your body never lies. If something feels heavy, draining, or unsafe emotionally, it matters. You deserve to feel safe inside your own choices. Boundaries create authority, and boundaries are not walls meant to isolate you. They are filters that protect what matters. They teach people how to treat you. They protect your energy. They preserve your emotional stability. Without boundaries, everything enters your life, including disrespect, manipulation, and emotional exhaustion. Some people will resist your boundaries, not because your boundaries are wrong, but because your limits remove their control and convenience. When you grow, not everyone will grow with you. And that is okay. Discomfort does not mean you are doing something wrong. It often means you are doing something new. Not everyone deserves access to your your heart is not public property. It is sacred space. Not everyone who smiles at you has good intentions. Not everyone who listens truly cares. Some people collect information to use later, not to protect you. Trust should be built slowly. Access should be earned. Oversharing with the wrong people creates regret, not connection. Selective vulnerability creates safety and stability. Protecting your emotional world does not make you cold. It makes you wise. Overgiving leads to emotional overgiving is beautiful, but overgiving is dangerous. When you constantly put others first, you slowly disappear from your own life. You stop checking your own energy. You ignore your own needs. You silence your own exhaustion. Over time, this creates imbalance. One person gives, the other receives, and resentment quietly grows. Love should not drain you. Care should not cost you your peace. Connection should not require self-neglect. Healthy relationships flow both ways. No is a complete sentence. You do not need to explain your boundaries to make them valid. You do not need permission to protect your peace. You do not need approval to honor your limits. When you over-explain, you invite negotiation and pressure. When you stand calmly in your no, you protect your energy. People who respect you will respect your boundaries. People who resist your boundaries reveal themselves. Saying no creates space. Space to breathe. Space to rest. Space to grow. Protecting your peace is your responsibility. Ally peace does not arrive by accident. It is built through consistent choices. You build peace by walking away from chaos. You build peace by limiting draining conversations. You build peace by choosing rest over guilt. You build peace by honoring your emotional safety. You cannot outsource this responsibility. Your nervous system remembers what your mind ignores. If something keeps disturbing your calm, your body will eventually speak. Peace is not weakness. Peace is strength under control. Be kind to yourself. If I estimate people are gentle with everyone except themselves. They forgive others quickly but punish themselves harshly. They allow rest for others but feel guilty resting themselves. Self-kindness is not indulgence. It is survival. How you treat yourself sets the tone for how others treat you. When you respect yourself, the world adjusts. Choose clarity over people-pleasing. People-pleasing keeps you busy but empty. You say what others want to hear. You hide what you truly feel. You lose connection with your authentic voice. Clarity brings relief. Honesty simplifies life. Direct communication prevents emotional confusion. Not everyone will like your truth, but the right people will respect it. Approval fades. Self-respect stays. Final NESSAG. Stop shrinking to fit into spaces that silence you. Stop calling fear kindness. Stop trading your peace for approval. You are allowed to protect your energy. You are allowed to say no. You are allowed to choose yourself. Your voice matters. Your limits matter. Your peace matters. Live honestly. Live consciously. Live with self-respect.